Hello and welcome along and welcome back to the Valley of the Old Farm. It is day 2 of spring and we are up at the shop because we're going to get our second tractor today and get that to work. What we're going to be doing is, if we have a look over here and head back to our farm, you can see that field 62 is the only field we own at the moment. Currently it needs it needs doing some ploughing, so we're going to do that. We're going to get that done on here today. We're then looking at expanding the farm later. If we have time today, we might try and get field 61 done and lease that and get that done, but I'm not going to lease fields and things until I absolutely am ready to be working them. So in order for us to get this ploughed, we need a plough with a bit of oomph. And as well, we need a working tractor on the farm. So we're going to get that first. That we will find under medium tractors, and it's this. It's our 8140 Massey Ferguson. I want to put Michelin tyres on it with the standard setup with this on it. And that is going to cost us 65,253. As you might notice, we're a little bit short of money for that. So time to borrow some more cash. We're going to borrow another 20,000 for this. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That does not give us enough. So we're going to have to borrow 30,000. I'm afraid. And then come back into the shop. And tractor is here. There it is. So as I said, Michelin tyres with the standard on with the dual attachment, because what I want to do is go up to that at some point. So yeah, we're going to go with that. No fenders, no GPS. Perfect. 65,200. So let us buy that. We're buying that because we're going to use that quite often. Now to go with this, I want a good plough, and the one I found. Now this did intrigue me, and I did consider using the Ferguson plough. 5 furrows on it, 3.5 meters. But to me, that feels a bit of a cop-out. So we're going to go with this one, which is the Very Master 1534 plus 1. Absolutely brilliant plough, 2.5 meters in width. Will work really and look really nice with our tractor. It's 24,500, but we're not going to go with that. We're going to lease this. We're not going to be using a plough very often, so leasing it makes sense. £245 a day. And I'm going to talk about our daily costs soon as well. There we go. We've leased that as well. And then we need a weight for the front of our tractor. I'm going to go with a... I think an 1100 is going to be too big. So let's go with a 650 AGCO weight in a nice onyx colour scheme. That should fit on the front of our tractor fairly nicely. So we will buy that for 700 as well. So there we go. That is everything purchased in the shop for today. And you can see we've got quite a nice theme going here with these at the moment. Our cedar is completely going to break our red and black theme. But yeah, I like this Kuhn plough and this weight to go with it. And this here is our Massey 8140. Gorgeous looking tractor. Been wanting to use this since it appeared on the mod hub. I think it was a week or so ago. So yeah, thought this would be a perfect tractor for this series. And between this and the 390T and the 3000 series, good set of tractors for us to use on this map, which will bring me to a question later in this video, I think. But at the moment, I think we're actually pretty good. Do we need to connect up any wires? Nope, nothing to connect on this plough. So away we go, and fold that in. Now why won't that fold in? I can't see any hydraulics to attach. Yeah, attach it. No hydraulics. So lift it up. Turn it. So it should fold in like that. Maybe it's the wrong way around for transport. Let's have a look. Right. Nope. That has not gone into transport mode that way. So, I don't know if this has a transport mode. I would hope it did. Let's try it again. F1. Yeah, there is no fold setting on this. So, I'm guessing we transport it like this. So, in that case, I am just going to get this back to our farm and get it started. Back to the farm, and one of the things I love about this map is how connected the fields are to the farm. So we've got the farm here, and all of our plans and everything for this farm are absolutely centered around this. We've got dirt roads and bits that connect our farm together, and the fields I'm looking to get all are connected around about in that way. And I really like that. I really like that it feels like you are on a area of land and not having to travel the main roads all the time. Something I'm beginning to look for in maps that I play. It's something I picked up in the Little Norton review, or the Little Norton first look I did. How much that farm has a similar sort of setup. And yeah, I really like that. It makes sense to me that you would have the road spanning out from the farm rather than having to go out of the farm around the main roads to get to all your fields, even if they're encased in the same set of roads as you are. So yeah, I do like that about this map. We are going to set this up on courseplay. It's got a 2.5 meter plough on it. I'm going to set the courseplay though to a bit less than that, because courseplay has a habit of missing stuff. So course generation, field 62, automatic, we have no islands to bypass. It says 3.1 meters, this is not a 3.1 meter plough. We'll take that down to 2.5. I thought this was 2.5, that's interesting that this is registering as a 3.1 meter plough. Headland passes, we're going to do 4. We're going to go clockwise. We're going to do the up downs first and turn on the corners. Generate that. And we get a nice, neat, tight field here for our work. Perfect. So let's get this over here. We're quite a way down the field. I might regenerate that actually, just with the tip of my tractor about here-ish, because I'd rather just generate the second time, and that should move. Yeah, that just moves this to the end, and it means that it's not doing odd stuff at the end. So we can get this started at first waypoint, and then bring this round to here and get this done. There we go. Start this off. Drive course. And that is away. So with that going and doing its work, we are going to switch over to this. Our little Massey Ferguson. We need to drop the front loader off this because I don't think we have a use for it at the moment. We are going to be using it later. We have got some work to do with the animals, but at the moment we don't have a use for that. And we are going to go up. Actually, we're going to head straight to the shop from here because we need to go and get ourselves a seeder. So we're looking to seed field 62 today. We want to get the wheat into the field because of our geo. And that's because the geo we're using here is one called Bretagne. Yeah, I think it's Bretagne. It is a French geo. It looks like this. So this is our planting and our seeding. Our planting and our harvesting schedule. You can see our planting seasons are much shorter. Our harvesting seasons are shorter and earlier. So it's going to be an interesting thing to see this grow. I think we're going to end up harvesting around about late summer, early autumn, which I think is great. But we can't do canola at this point. Canola can only be seeded late summer, early autumn. So we're going to have to watch that. We've got other stuff we can put in at the moment. We're putting in the wheat today. We will probably try and get some... Well, we're going to start getting some corn in soon as well. I want to get corn done. I think we might try and do soybeans on this map. That would be pretty good. It would give us an infusion of money, because soybeans are always nasty to sell. Would give us an infusion of money right at the beginning of harvest each year. So I think soybeans would be a good crop to do on here. And just generally, I like this. This is a much more realistic geo as far as I'm concerned. Very much like the Lancashire geo that you can get for that I think would be great for British maps, and that I think I might try on Little Norton. So what we want is we want to go and get ourselves a seeder, which is what we've come up here for. So seeders are this way over here, and we're looking for 4 meters for the least amount of money, and that always takes us to this, the D9 at 4,000 super. It's 19,500, so we're going to have to borrow another 20,000 because we use this on a regular basis. And yeah, I like that a lot. Now, the one thing I do want to check is that there isn't a planter that we can use in its place, because sometimes planters will surprise you and give you options that you don't expect, like being able to plant wheat. Nothing in there for any of those. That coon planter won't either. No. So we got no surprises from this. We're gonna have to spend quite a bit of money. A 3 meter planter, I think. It's either that or it's this coon one at 54. So planter is going to be a lot of money for us to do those alternative crops. But we're going to have to get that in order to do the corn. But first, we need to get ourselves some extra cash. So we're going to borrow 20,000. There we go. And we need to really start servicing this debt. We need to find a way to make money, and I have an idea. Right, let's... I want to go orange on the rim colour. Standard attachment. Wheel setup. I like the alternative, and I like to have a bar on the back. So there we go. 20,100. We've got 22,000. Let's buy that. Yeah, perfect. There we go. So we'll go and pick this up from the back of our store. And then we're going to sort out a purchase point for seeds, I think. Rather than tracking forward and back to this one. Well, actually, no, here's a better idea. Why don't we fill this with seeds while we're here? We're not going to use a full thing of this. And we know we're going to have to do a supply run soon anyway. So let's grab a pallet of seeds. Now, I don't think this is going to take a full pallet of seeds. So that is okay. There's seeds. 1,890. So buy that. Yes, okay. Yeah, let's actually do this properly. Reverse this up. I had got stuff that we could use to do sort of placeable seed stuff. But to be honest, I prefer doing this way. I prefer trying to get the right amount of seeds and everything. There we go. And I haven't actually... Let's use the global company mod that we've got in here. How much will field 62 take for seeds? 62 for fertilizer, herbicide, manure, slurry, digestate. Does not tell me actually. This I thought would tell me seeds. It doesn't. It says for seeds and fertilizer, but field size, fertilizer, liquid fertilizer, herbicide, manure, slurry, digestate. Seed consumed. There we go. Here we are. So, if we're putting wheat in, 307 litres. Perfect. So, let's refill this. Now, this little tractor will run this seeder. But it does beg a question for me. Let's refill that. It does beg a question for me as to whether we need a third tractor on here. Close that up. We'll leave our pallet seeds here for pickup later. We've got 830 litres of seeds in here, so that's plenty. But yeah, do you think we need another tractor? Do you think we should maybe have a look at adding the 390? It has less horsepower than this, but would certainly run things like this seeder. So yeah, I'd love your thoughts on that in the comments. In the meantime, I'm going to get this back to the farm. And we're going to put this round the side bit here. So we're just going to place this round here for now. We have no need for it ourselves for now. We'll probably end up hooking this up to our other tractor, to be honest, for today. I don't think we're going to get our other tractor started on any of the other fields we want. We will check it, we will keep an eye out, but at the moment I don't think we need to. And with this, that means we can turn our attention to our animals now, because we've got, well, we need to do some work with the sheep and the cows. I think the cows need water and food. Let's have a look. So our animals look like this. So our cows are running low on total mixed ration, so they need food. Our chickens and our sheep are actually looking pretty good. So we want to get, we want to clean out the sheep, we want to clean out the cows, and we would probably want to give water to both the cows and the sheep. So I'll head up this way. We'll do the water first. Get it hooked up. You see our tractor working hard there as we there's going to be a lot of keeping work with the animals up to speed. I'm going to go and give the cows water first, because if I can give the cows water first, they will take more than the sheep will. So let's back this up to here and get it refilled. There we go, that is all done. So close that up. And we'll head over to the cow field and get that done. I don't think we I don't think we wanted a bigger tanker than we've got on here. This little massey takes a little while to pull away when it's attached to the back, but it does all right. I think anything larger and we would have been struggling. So definitely, well, up from this is sort of a dolly trailer, and this little massey would never have pulled that. There we go. But this will be useful for milk for us next year, so a long way off yet. But we'll be able to sell milk in this tanker quite nicely. Close that, keep our cows in, and then we will bring this over to here and just back up to our water trough so that we can make sure the cows have plenty of water. And it's, yeah, all about keeping our animals alive at the moment and making sure that, well, as I said, we want to make sure we can start making some money from them. So I do have an idea for that, and I do have an idea for how we can make some very sustainable income on here. And that is by seeing if we can get a BGA built on our farm. There we are, done with the water. And simply, we can then throw any manure or any or any slurry that our cows produce. Both of those can go straight into that, earn us money, and we can use the digestate on the fields as a free fertilizer. So that will save us money all round. The problem we have is that it's 124,000 to build the cheapest BGA that I have access to. So yeah, and if we want to build one with the sugar beet built in and do sugar beet in it, then that's going to be even more. Although, to be perfectly honest, I think we're more interested in the manure and the slurry and being able to create the digestate for that. The great thing about it is a compatible one with the manure add-on. So while this map isn't manure ready, we do have the manure add-on on here, and that is simply because I want to use it with that BGA. So I think in the next day or so, we're probably going to look at buying that. If we can keep our, as I said, keep our costs down Only rent the things that we're not going to use very often, and then buy the bits that we are. I think we can have a very, very worthwhile and profitable farm all year round. And I think that's the secret of doing something like start from scratch for seasons. Is you need an income. You need a regular income that you can get money off all the time, all year round. Because you're always going to borrow a lot of money doing this. And borrowing the money means that you're... is that doing something? No, that's not. That didn't take very much. Yeah, that's all good. And yeah, borrowing the money is what kills you on this sort of setup. So that's what we want to try and avoid. We have got wool already, which is good news. You know, every little thing that it can make us money is brilliant. And everywhere where we can save money is brilliant. And it's all about trying to balance those two things out. Investing in the right places. And it's part of the reason why we're going to be leasing land, because we've invested in the main farmyard. We've bought that. We're going to have to lease the lands to do those. But again, if we can cover our daily lease costs for all of this stuff by having something like the BGA there, it's worth it. It's going to mean we'll be better off in the long run. Right, let's go get our front loader onto this now. Because if we can get our front loader onto this, what we can do is we can blow the remaining straw that we've got in our straw blower out. And we can then use the bale spike to go and feed the cows. And then finally, we need to go and clean out the sheep as well. We need to clean out the cows too, actually, thinking about it. Right, let's reverse up. Yeah, perfect. And head back up the top. So yeah, lots of work to do to keep our animals running nice and smoothly. But it is only midday. It's only midday in game, and we're running nicely at the moment. I'm quite happy with the way things are going. And there we are. Yeah. We are 300,000 in debt, is my only worry. I don't think we bought enough land to be able to borrow more than 500,000. It's 80%. I don't know how the leasing system works as far as whether that increases the amount of money you can borrow. It would be nice if it did. I have no idea if it does or not. Maybe that's something we'll find out as we go, because we are just going to keep borrowing money while we can. Fortunately, our combine is not that expensive. We bought our most expensive piece of equipment for the farm already. That's our Massey tractor. That is more expensive than any other vehicle or equipment we're going to buy, bar the possible BGA. Oh no, that has switched. There we go. That's blowing as it should now. Perfect. And emptied. Yeah, we started doing the dumping then, which was a bit weird. I think I must have the tip side on button 19, which I didn't realise. I thought I had it on a different button. So that's good to know. So we'll close this door. We'll close this gate. And yeah, we want to keep the cows supplied with manure. It will be easier to handle the manure than it will be the slurry. To get the slurry into the BGA when we build it, and we've got a nice big area to build this up here. That will be a lot of work. We'd have to get another trailer, or we'd have to use our water and milk trailer, which I don't really want to do. Let's switch over and yeah, drop that off. Then we can get. Then we have our bale spikes. So we've saved money on here by using the Warzy bale spikes instead of anything else. Right, and we want to feed the cows. So let's we're going to give this to the cows because this was originally planned to be used for the sheep. But we don't need to actually give the cows TMR until they're producing milk. And they'll produce the best and most amount of milk if we give them TMR at that point. Till then, we can feed them grass and hay, and that will work for us as well. There we go. So that is good for us. And then we can just drop this bale spike off. Back with our Warzy, and we can grab the bucket. And we can clean out the sheep and the cows and get that done. How is our plough doing? It's missed a bit at the ends. Looks like it's started on its headlands though, which is good news. So let's get this in here and do that. Nope. Switch over and drop it off. There we go. I think putting the weights on these in the rear wheels of this Massey has been a really good idea. That has you know, saved us having to get an extra weight or anything, and just worked very nicely. Back it on and over to here, and you can see the grass coming out from the shed. So we'll collect that up. Messy sheep in there, and tip that in. That's got in there. Yeah. How much wool do we have so far? Considering that's a day's worth. Gonna have to reverse this out because I can't get out of the tractor in that doorway. There we go. That is 40. Wow, 40% full on that in one day. That is pretty good going. Quite happy with that. Of course, they'll stop producing wool by the end of the spring, so we'll the most wool we'll get is what we get up to the end of the spring. We'll have to start storing that elsewhere. We're going to put this bucket back in here because this is part of our animal feeding setup. Yep. And there we go. Right, so can we... I don't really know. I think we're going to use the other tractor to do that. So we'll leave this one here under this. We'll have a look over here. This seems to be doing a fairly good job. Yeah. So what I'm going to do at this point is stop the driver. We will finish this job off. So I'm not sure we actually have anything else to do with our animals at the moment. And then we're going to go and get ourselves a seeder and get this field seeded. And there we go. That is just about complete. We'll bring this up to the top of the field. And that should then complete it. There we go, and round the corner. Should really do that. Yeah, that's not overly realistic to turn a corner with a plough like that. What you want to do is you want to go up to the end, like so. Lift it, and then turn like that. And probably want to turn the plough at this point as well. Just to do this last little bit. We've got a little bit of cleaning up to do here. Not much else though. And it's that has ploughed this field and got this all ready for us to do our seeding. We're going to put wheat in here. Is going to be our crop, as I said earlier. I want to get the wheat in today. Get a nice early harvest. That will feed the chickens. That will also mean that we have. Straw for use with our cows. Let's turn this. I should also know I've worked out how to fold, basically how to fold this plough. It works on mouse. So if we leave it to turn like that, that's the door to our tractor. That is how you fold the plough. Which is a little bit annoying, but all good. Yeah, that's the door. There we go. I can do it with the joystick really, really easily. So there we are. So fold our plough in, we'll take this and drop it off. We'll switch over then, I'm going to switch the wheels on this. I want to do, especially because of the rough terrain, I want to switch to a set of dual wheels on this for doing our seeding. And that's why I went for this particular configuration of the wheels with the easier touches on, because I thought that would that makes more sense considering how much work we have this tractor doing. Plus, we don't want to compact the soil too much before we get the drill onto it. So let's put this here, drop this down, and disconnect it. There we go. And then our seeder is there. But first, I'm going to head over to our workshop, which is just through here. Like that. Yeah. And put on some dual wheels onto this tractor. So there we go. Customize that. Add the dual wheels on. Perfect. We can go dual duals. No, I'm not going to go that far. It doesn't actually cost us anything to dual this up, which is one of the things another thing that I love about this tractor. There we go. A nice, impressive width on this now. Will give us a little bit more grip. I don't know if you saw at the end of that, but we were beginning to slip a little bit with our while we were doing our ploughing. So it does make more sense for us to have this on there when we're going on the plough to do the seeding. There we go. And yeah, we are just we're just inside the width of it. We wouldn't have been able to do this with a 3 meter seeder. That would not have worked at all to be on duals like this. But I am liking that very, very much. It's at the top here. So I was saying, we're gonna do a supply run next time. We'll get that pallet of seeds that we have. We want to get those back here. We'll also get a pallet of. I'll also get some more hay bales. We want to start seeing what we can do about our grass. We could do with doing some fertilizing as well, actually. So we might get some bags of solid fertilizer back. We're going to need that for this as well. Right, we have wheat. We have it turned on. No, we don't have our cables connected, I think. There we go. Now we have it turned on. Down we go. And away we go. Perfect. And yeah, look at that. That is just gliding over the top here now because we've got these jewels on it. Really, really impressive. Like that a lot. I'm going to go up to the tip of the tractor. Like that. And that will set our distance across the rest of this field. Should be a single width, I think, looking at that, which is good. And then down and away. So let's get this seeded with wheat. We're only going to take about 300 litres of wheat, and then that's this field will be done. And this is going at a very nice rate doing it too. And there we go. The first field has been planted. We have got our wheat in, and I'm pleased with that. That is really good. So small, not a huge field, but it is a field that we had to work on. I think we're going to have to get hold of and head up to the shop and get hold of a cultivator for next time. So if we have a look in here, I think our best bet cultivator wise is going to be maybe something like, that's only a 3 meter here. The Horsch Toronto 4FX, cracking cultivator this. 150 horsepower, so it works with our tractor. We've got a weight and everything, so that's all good. So I like that. I think we might look at that next time. I think we also need to possibly get a fertilizer spreader because we're going to need to fertilize this and get that up and running. And I want to look at, I think, leasing our first field. So 61 is in great condition. Will do wonderful for us for a field. So I think we're going to lease this field here and get this. We need to start looking at some grass as well. 91 and 52. 91 is a grass field that's nicely fertilized as well. So we might look at this. We've got a lot of options around us. 63 and 92 are going to be quite a bit of work. So I think we'll look at leasing those later. For now, though, I'm going to leave this here because, yeah, we're done for the day. So all that remains is for me to say thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Please give it a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. And for all the latest videos from Virtual Farmer, please subscribe to the channel and ring that bell. And I will see you next time. Goodbye.